Hi, this is Juliet Easton, and today is day 9 of the Think to Succeed video challenge. I'm a few days behind, but I'm going to go ahead and do today's video and then work on catching up as I can with the ones that I've missed. Had kind of a crazy week, which I can't really talk about yet, but I'll be able to talk about on Sunday. So I should be doing a pretty fun video on Sunday. Excited about that. So anyhow, today's topic is how do you go about creating peace and balance in your life? And okay, so creating peace in my life, not so hard. Creating balance, I'm still working on one. So to create peace in my life, the biggest things that I've learned how to do, first of all, was getting rid of my anxiety problem, which I talked about in an earlier video for, I think it was day 3. Pretty sure it was day 3. So that has helped a lot because it's hard to have peace when you're feeling anxious. So I kind of had to deal with that. But one of the things that I do frequently is if I start getting stressed out by something, because it's hard to be stressed out hard to be peaceful when you're stressed out. So one of the things that I do is I go back to focusing on my heart and let myself be filled up with love as much as possible. And I focus on imagining the sun, the light of the sun, expanding in my heart chakra and just expanding out and getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that kind of melts away a lot of stuff that is not compatible with peace. It just kind of melts it away. So that's one of the biggest things I do. Another thing that really helps me too is movement and coordinating my breath with my movement. I love dance, and I've studied dance for years. When I was little, I took ballet when I was 5, and then growing up, I took more ballet. I took jazz, tap, modern dance, and improv dance. And I was on like a dance team in high school in 10th grade with the band. We did dance stuff part of the time and drill team stuff. It was like drill team, that's what it was. That's what it's called. So we did like the flag corps part of the time, doing all the flags running and stuff. And then we did dance routines. That was a lot of fun. So, I've taught a class in creative movement meditation where I combined dance, martial arts, like Tai Chi type fluid movement, along with some faster martial arts type movement and a lot of breath work and some yoga type movement. And taught people to tune into their bodies and to feel how to stretch their muscles in their bodies and how to coordinate that with their breath and to just move from one movement to the other without really necessarily thinking ahead of time what they're going to be doing. So it's a really cool thing to be very much in the moment, and I really don't like choreography, but I do love dancing. I find choreography very constrictive and restraining from me being able to just be where I'm at right that minute. So one of the things that I do a lot is pretty much every day, usually little bits and pieces during the day, not a long session recently, which would be good for me to do to help boost my metabolism. So I'm going to try to get that done soon and coordinating that in with my schedule. But I will just take a few minutes throughout the day, and when Michael has some music on, I'll just start dancing, or if I'm going down the hallway, I'll do few martial arts moves, or I will, when I'm walking around running errands, when I'm walking through the store, I will focus on coordinating my movement with my breath, which is really cool. It gets me very much in the flow of moving from like one second to another very deliberately and I start feeling very much in the flow of things. And when I do that a lot more synchronicity happens in my life, which is pretty cool. So movement is a really big thing to help me get grounded, to help me get very much in my body, and to help me be in a more peaceful, balanced state. So that is one of the things that I do a lot for that. I might even do a video doing that stuff sometime. Maybe. We'll see. So what else? Meditating. Usually meditate before I go to sleep. That's usually when I do that. Pretty busy during the day these days, so I don't really take time out to meditate too much during the day. Except just, coordinating my movement with God. I'm not going to edit this. Oh well. Coordinating my movement with my breath work is definitely a form of meditation for me. So balance. Ooh. Those things I just mentioned do help me with balance. I really try to focus on eating extremely healthy food, no GMO, almost totally organic. Occasionally we'll eat out somewhere that doesn't have completely organic stuff. And but we try to avoid things that are common GMO things. And if we're eating meat, we try to make sure that it's a restaurant that only gets hormone-free, antibiotic-free meat. So, I eat a lot of raw foods. We do, Michael and I do smoothies once or twice a day with like Sun Warrior protein powder, and favorite recently has been dandelion greens, great for your liver, and let's see, a little bit of stevia, sometimes some blueberries, coconut milk, or recently started doing hazelnuts, like just throwing the hazelnuts in the Vitamix. So trying to eat more veggies. Need to throw more veggies in my diet besides smoothies. Actually like cooking and eating veggies. So, but I do eat pretty healthy. Take a good bit of supplements. Balance is really important to me because I have a mild form of lupus. So I've had some chronic pain issues. Those have been getting better for me recently, especially the past few months. I've been taking a supplement called serapeptase that helps a lot with pain. It's really hard to be in a peaceful state when you're in physical pain. It's very challenging. So that has been a big issue for me through a lot of my life for a long time, but especially since I had the first lupus flare-up I ever had, which was in '99. So that's been getting better. And one of the things that I've discovered for me that's key to not having bad lupus flare-ups is balance. And I kind of have to balance 5 things in my life. I think it's 5, if I remember correctly. I haven't thought about these in a while. But sleep, getting enough sleep. My sleep schedule is wonky. It's very wonky, so that's a challenge for me. It's very hard for me to get to sleep early. I've been staying up very late and then sleeping late, but I have to get 8 hours of sleep. If I don't get 8 hours of sleep, I do have problems. So that's an area that's a really big one for me, and I'm trying to work on getting my sleep schedule turned around. Not doing well with that tonight. It's after 4 in the morning. Let's see, eating a healthy diet, that's another one. Making sure I take supplements I need to take. Minimizing stress. So if things start stressing me out, I have to figure out what is stressing me out and find a way to deal with it to eliminate that stress from my life whenever possible. Sometimes things happen that there's really no control over, and so I have to just focus on letting go and not being attached to whatever's going to happen and just being cool with it. And sometimes that's easier said than done, but that's becoming easier for me. And exercise is pretty important to me too, which I haven't been doing enough of recently. I'm going to be doing something very soon to amp that up, and I'll be talking more about that later. I'm going to kind of create an accountability program for myself with exercise and diet. Probably starting a couple weeks from now, something like that. So those are the biggest areas that to help me not get stressed out and to keep my life in balance, so that I stay healthy. If I do push, usually the sleep issue, sometimes stress, but recently I haven't really been getting stressed out too much, except for last weekend, which I'll be talking more about that this Sunday. Got a little bit stressed for a short period of time, but for a few hours. But in general, I don't get stressed out too much anymore. So what I tend to do to help with that is to just realize that things are unfolding as they're supposed to, and that everything's going to be okay. And but the main thing that will throw me off with my sleep, and this is the biggest area I'm trying to work on, and if anybody has any tips for things that have helped them with this, I would love to hear what you've done in this area, because it's something I really haven't found a good solution for myself with. When I start working on new projects that I'm really excited about, it's very hard for me to get my brain to chill to go to sleep. And actually, Martin Flink sent me a private message a while back about something he's been using. I don't remember the name of it, that I haven't checked out yet. I need to check out. So somebody did give me some good advice on that I haven't followed through with. I need to do that. So that's the biggest area that I feel like I don't really have well in balance in my life is sleep. And I tend to have broken sleep a lot and wake up a lot after a few hours. And then people who are my friends on Facebook might notice I will be up late and then maybe post early in the morning too when I've only had a few hours of sleep, and I'll go back to sleep for a while. So I'm trying to work on getting that more in balance, and I do need to check out that link that Martin sent me and follow up with that. So I guess that's about it for me with peace and balance, and thank you. I'll see you later.